Alrighty, and good morning, everybody. It is Friday. We are live, Sacramento, California, here at Hard Times Billiards. It is Emmeline versus Yang. They are racing to 7-10 ball is the game. We are live, locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. So it is the first game. Emmeline, second game. I was corrected.
So I tried to find out who won the first game, but they didn't mark the score. So we'll have to wait until this game is done and see who marks the score.
Very good.
But they are racing to 7, so it'll be a long match. They have these scheduled for about 2 hours.
And good morning, Martin. How are you? Jeff, what's going on? Sarah? And we do have both chats going, both on YouTube as well as Facebook. And welcome to it, everybody. It is a Friday.
Day 1 of 3, but they're thinking this might actually only be a 2-day tournament, depending how fast these ladies play.
Indeed. Are you guys going to Melissa on the stream? I'm assuming you meant to say, Christian, are we going to have Melissa on the stream? I'm assuming at one point we don't control who goes to what table. That is all handled by the tournament director. Indeed, Brent, we are back, locked, loaded, ready to rock and roll. And hello, Paul. How are you?
What's up, Paul? Yeah, we were gone for a couple weeks there.
Yeah, it was a nice little break after a very, very long run in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Much needed break.
Very much so. But we're back. Live and in living color.
So click that share button for us, guys.
Indeed. Smash it up.
One volume really low.
I wonder whose volume. It's probably mine.
Definitely.
It could be me.
Hopefully that's good now, guys.
Yeah, we let us know if both of our volumes are low. We have control over all of that stuff.
Good to have you guys back. Hopefully you can hear us now.
Yeah, it'll be a fun weekend here this weekend. We are at Hard Times Billiards, Sacramento, California.
If you guys ever get a chance, come check out this room. It is easily one of the best rooms I've ever been in.
It's a very nice room. Owned by the one and only Oscar Dominguez.
Yeah, Oscar and Desiree bought it 2 months ago. They said, I think yesterday was their 2-month anniversary of owning Hard Times.
Busy little spot. We were in here last night, hitting them around just for a little bit, and you couldn't get a table.
Yeah, it is happening in here on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. It's super busy all the time. Oh, she's not going to like where she's ended up here.
Yeah, that 9 is slightly in the way.
These tables do play pretty quick, so it might take these girls a couple games to adjust to the speed.
Very well could be. Krista, will you guys be in Grays Lake in August? We have put all of those prices in for the NAPT for all of them. So we're hoping that we are. James, how are you? What's happening? Oh, great hit.
That is a very good hit. Not a bad leave either.
Not too bad. So do you play off the 7 for the 9 ball?
I think you have to. You bank the 7 towards that top left corner and hope it stays near the hole.
Absolutely.
What's up, James? And yes, Terry, these tables are very, very nice. They play real nice. Pockets are nice and tight.
4 1/4, I believe.
They have, it's either a 4-inch in the other room or a 3 3/4 inch, but it's
Holy.
a triple shim.
Wow.
which we'll have to maybe hit some balls
I
on
might
later
have to try a little something on that table.
just to see what you're made of.
Well, we all know what I'm made of. Oh, she goes for the double. The bank and the 9.
Oh, she just played the bank, though, which is good. Worked out fine.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
So I think she has to try to bank this. I don't see a good safe here, other than maybe bank it towards the 10, right where the chalk is on that bottom rail on the bottom of the screen.
Try to use the 10 as a beach ball.
And worst case, as long as you get the speed on the 7 correct, you're going to leave a lot of distance. I think that's what she's looking at here. This is the old leg, the object ball.
Under hit.
If it gets past the side, this is not bad.
Not terrible, yeah. That's actually in a perfect spot. What's going on, Brian? Thanks for tuning in all the way from New York City. And we're happy to be back. It's been a little bit of a break.
Emmeline actually might be able to cut this ball in. It's super thin. You'll miss the scratch because you're overcutting it. I don't really see another good option. And she undercut it.
This might not work out terribly, though.
Yeah, they're not leaving anything easy. They're missing good.
Yeah, if you're going to miss, that's the way to do it.
James, this is a ladies-only event.
Yeah.
The NAPT is starting to bring in some men's events.
Yeah, there was one down in Chicago last year.
I believe they'll have another one this year, at least one.
And definitely a group that we want to try and support as much as we can. I really like their the way that they're trying to structure everything, right from juniors right on up, which is, I think, something that the sport needs, is a little bit of structure on how you would go from a sub-junior to a junior through the amateur ranks up into the pro level. And that's exactly what NAPT is trying to do, which, of course, we want to be a part of. We want to support that.
Absolutely. Tough little shot for Emmeline here. She's going to have to dig into this cue ball a bit. I don't think you can play this with just top.
Yeah, corner could come into play.
I think she's got to jack up and play a little draw here. Well, she's high enough, just hitting top, so I guess she misses the scratch.
Kind of tough to for us to always tell from back here because we are these are 9-foot tables.
Look how fast this is. That went full table. She didn't want to be shooting this in the side.
No.
Thank you, Ryan.
Indeed. We appreciate those compliments. But again, guys, it's a lot, and the kudos really goes to you guys. We've got some of the best viewers out there, bar none. We couldn't do what we do without you guys tuning in and helping and sharing and all the things you guys do to support us. Otherwise, it's just Ben and I sitting here sounding like each other and talking to each other. It's really a one-sided conversation.
Sounding like each other, yeah. It sounds like we're having a conversation with ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a really strong shot from Emmeline there. So let's see what the scoreboard will say.
1-1.
Indeed.
1-1 and a race to 7. And there are some strong ladies in the house. Obviously, we're fully aware of who Emmeline Collado is. Eleanor Collado is also here. She may actually be sitting in here to do some guest commentating. Melissa is here.
We got Veronique Menard on the other table.
Absolutely.
Which we do have on the stream as well, but I'm not sure of the score, so I'll let you guys watch this for a minute and we'll try to focus on Emmeline and Young.
How about the 10K Invitational CSL be putting on in August? Looking forward to it. because I'll be on vacation and want to watch in person. Yeah, it's gonna be a really good event. We'll probably talk more about that towards the end of the broadcast. We don't want to take away the airtime that the NAPT has brought us here to do. So, but I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a fun event. Really, really looking forward to it.
August 2nd to 5th, Ryan. I heard they have a World 10 Ball qualifier coming up here at Hard Times. I think it's July 13th and 14th. I'll double check the dates with Oscar and we'll get a poster set up for that.
Absolutely.
Like I said, if you guys are ever in the area, come check out Hard Times. It's a great pool room.
Yeah, when you see Oscar, let him know Q Sports Live sent you in.
So ball in hand for Emmeline here. I actually wouldn't be surprised to see her look at the 110 combo, but I don't think that'd be the correct shot.
Yeah, I almost like taking this the other way, into the other side pocket, but
Yeah, that's
either which, shooter's choice there.
definitely a preference there. Did she rubbed the 8 on the way in, though? She didn't want to do that. No, she
No.
pushed the 8 to a bad spot. But it's
Eight's-
really not that bad with the 7 over the hole. Oh.
Does she get safe with it?
She definitely got away with one there.
She may still have that. Just the edge of that.
Yeah, she'll be jumping or swerving to try to pot it. She might be able to see the edge, but probably the wrong edge. Actually, I don't mind the masse here. It kind of gives you natural shape if you do happen to pot it. I think you have to masse or you have to jump this. Looks like she's going to take the first option.
Oh, over massed.
Yeah, got all of it.
She got a rail.
That's not a bad leave. She hasn't left the pot on for Emmeline. She'll have to try to find a safe here. Maybe chip the right side of the 2. Try to use the 10 for cover. No, she's using the 6 for cover. Oh yeah, Gord. Super tough jobs. Just trying to get these comments loaded up on the Facebook here. We are following along with you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for sharing, Mike Borin. Oh, good shot there. Looks like she can pot this 3 in the side. Oh, she's calling the bank. So I guess it's a little too thin to try to cut. The good thing about the bank is if she makes it, shape's fairly natural on the 4 next with just a stop shot here.
She fired that bank in there.
Yeah, good shot, but she lost the cue ball a little bit. Yeah, awesome, Paul. Enjoy.
It'll be a fun-packed weekend. Either 2 or 3 days, depending on how the ladies play.
Yeah, I think they And Chris said they were undecided whether they bring back 6 or 8 players tomorrow. Look at that, another bank in the side from Young. That one was much tougher than the previous shot. She fired it in at full speed. And this 5 will pass the 10 and the 8 into the side. The problem is, where do you end up on the 6? There's not really any way to get above it from this angle. She might be trying to play the 10 here.
5-10 combo is not a bad option.
She's just going to cut this with draw. Try to get above the 6. Tough shot. Wow, really well done.
Wow, she hit that perfect.
Yeah, that's a great shot. These tables play fairly quick, so that's a playable shot with the speed.
Yes, no doubt.
A lot of tables aren't fast enough for that shot to work.
Will Facebook shut down the stream because of the music in the background?
Can you hear it, Joseph?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm surprised because it's actually fairly light.
It is very quiet, the music in the background. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. If you can, just let us know. Maybe we'll turn it down a notch. She did not call the 2 rail bank there.
No. So unlike 9-ball, 10-ball is a call pocket game.
This is my favorite game next to straight pool.
Yeah, you're a beast at this game.
It's, in my opinion, much better than 9-ball, not only because of the call shot, but because of the break being much, much tougher.
Indeed. Wow, hear it clearly. We are out of town again. Absolutely, Lan. Sacramento, California.
I was just talking to Oscar Lan. He remembers you.
Indeed.
He said he couldn't remember where I was from. He said at 5 in the morning he was still trying to figure it out. But then I mentioned your name and he remembered. And then he said, why is she not here playing?
We said that's a very, very good question, Oscar. I said I think it was Ben that said if you would have asked her to come, I'm sure she would have.
Yeah. So you might get harassed before the next event.
By Oscar.
10, hard to move on the break. No, it's not so much about that, Kenneth. It's more just, it's tougher to make a ball in general on the break in 10 ball. You have to hit it a lot harder. There's no cinch break in 10 ball. But if you make the 10 on the break, it spots. You didn't need an invite, Lan.
No.
You just pay your entry and show up.
That's it.
They only have 32 players in this field, and they would have taken 64, so they would have gladly had you. And I think you would do well in this tournament with how good you've been playing lately.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Look out.
Oy.
Well, that is going to leave it fairly easy for Emlyn here.
Yeah, shoot the 9 in the side with a stop shot. Shoot it in the right side, I would, but that's a preference. That's shooting the right side with a stop shot, and you get straight in on the 10. She sees it now, I think.
Nope.
Oh, she likes the other way, just roll it, which is fine.
I'm sure they'd let you in, Len. I'll talk to Adriana and tell her to add you onto their invite list. I think you'd do very well here.
And you don't follow Q Sports Live Facebook page, Len? The poster was on there.
It was.
Multiple times. I think we shared that poster a couple times. Emlyn takes a 2-1 lead. And we got Nick's Q Repair guys. He just started making those carbon fiber shafts. And they hit like a dream. When he does the best Q Repair, in my opinion, in all of Canada.
I would agree with that. The guy's an absolute genius.
Super nice guy, too. Very fair pricing. Just overall, really good quality work.
Paul said, seemed like it when it was first getting played, there were so many variation on the rules. Are they regulated now?
10 ball rules?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very regulated now.
Yeah.
10 ball is a very simple game.
That's kind of very true, Ryan. It certainly has helped my game, and I'd actually recommend it to anybody that if you can play on the live stream, do so. Going back and watching yourself play is always going to give you a fresh perspective on things. If you don't have the opportunity to play on a live stream, the best way to do it is take your phone out while you're practicing and just record yourself, and you'll get a different perspective on exactly what you do, how you approach the ball, your stroke. It's actually one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got.
A lot of times when I go back and watch, I'm not looking for what I did wrong. I'm actually looking for what I did right, with some reassurance and give me a little more confidence. Hello, Philip, Beverly, Kenneth. Welcome, everyone.
Indeed.
And yes, Lan, that must be it. We definitely blocked you. Maybe you blocked yourself, Lan.
Yeah, right?
You should see all the shared posts.
Although if you've only followed the page, that could be the problem.
Oh, and then I'm going to unfriend you.
That's right. You
If that's the case.
You actually have to like the page.
Lan likes Q Sports Live.
Everybody likes a little Q Sports Live.
And yes, Gord, I'm sure there are a couple good Q repair guys in Winnipeg as well. 3-point rule off the break. No, there is no 3-point rule off the break, which Christy is referring to as the 3 balls past the head string rule. 3 balls passed or pocketed or a combination of both.
So is she looking at a 3-way here, the 2 into the 8 and send the 8 to the 5 ball?
The 8 to the 5 ball.
Because I think she called that 5 ball.
That would be a brave shot. Like hit the right side of the 2 and bank the 8 into the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to chip the left side of the 2 and get the cue ball behind the 7. The 7-9 was really big over there, and she could have left the 2 right on the rail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did call that.
She
5.
did call the 5, yeah. So this is a 10-ball rule that we're seeing in play here. Is she fluked the ball, so her opponent has the option to shoot or to make her shoot again, in which case, in this situation, she is hooked. So Emmeline's not going to take on this shot. She's going to make her shoot it again. Good afternoon, Arnie.
Did we ever post the rationale for Scotch in Scotch doubles? I don't think we did.
No, we never caught up with that guy in Vegas to ask him where that came from, but I did a little research on Scotch doubles, and it actually started in bowling. It didn't originate in pool.
Interesting. So they just borrowed it.
It was
a borrowed term.
A borrowed term, indeed. Oh, look at this hit. This is a great, great hit, and she's getting the full reward.
Yeah. Now that guy in Vegas, I do have his contact info, his email address, and so on and so forth. So we will definitely follow up with that.
Most international and pro tourneys use the 3-point rule. That is correct, Christy, although there is no real way to soft break in 10 ball. And that's where they brought in that 3-point rule, is to take away the soft break, but it doesn't work in 10 ball. You got to hit it hard.
Absolutely.
So they don't need the 3-point rule because there's really no reward for breaking soft.
And good afternoon to you, Lonnie.
Well, she used the whole pocket there, but a good shot. Good cue ball control. Everything looks pretty good here. The 5 to the 6 should be straightforward. 6 to the 7. 7's nice and close to the hole.
And I do believe the brackets are on challenge. You'll find those on the NAPT as well. NAPT website.
Yeah, playnapt.com. Should see the brackets on there. If they're not up yet, they will be shortly. Chris usually updates the brackets every hour or so.
There we go. Krista has now posted the link. Thank you, Krista.
And yes, you can cheese it in early if you call it. That is correct. You can combo the 10 ball as long as you hit the lowest ball first and you call the shot.
What's going on from New Jersey? Welcome, New Jersey. I gotta get the Joyzy.
Joyzy. I didn't see how she ended up way down there on the 7.
No, I missed it.
She must have went 2 rails from the 6. Got a little funny. She banks so good, though.
She banks really well.
She only missed that by a fraction. Not an easy shot for Emmeline here. She'll have to spear this in with a, at minimum, stop shot. She'd like to play a little draw here, I would imagine.
She does have a little bit of angle. She might be able to kind of force it off this left rail and back across.
Yeah, she did have the angle to do that. Would have been a bit of a riskier play, but definitely an option. She got pretty good here. She knew all she had to do was see the 8 because the 9 is practically a hanger.
Well, on this one, just make the 8. Almost irrelevant where the cue ball lies for the 9 ball.
Yeah, anytime you get a ball near a hole like that, just focus on potting the ball before. Don't worry too much about shape.
Happy summer from Nodak. That must be North Dakota.
So we'll see if she goes 3 rails. Looks like she's going to draw this ball. Just try to miss the scratch on the right side. Just like this. Really well struck. It's a brave shot, too, because...
Very brave. Flirtatious with that side pocket.
Yeah, if you hit that just a hair softer, the juice grabs more, you go straight in the side. Lloyd, yeah, they're okay. Dale Perry cues are not bad. They're kind of on the lower end of the custom cue spectrum.
Well done.
I would have to recommend Jacoby as far as cues go.
And I think Eleanor wanted to sit in and do some commentary. So we can definitely accommodate her coming in.
Mike Burton, home team guys, check him out. Remax Realty Pros, best in the biz. You can check them out online, or you can send us a message and we'll give you their contact info. All right, we have Eleanor in the house. Gonna do some commentary on her sister's match.
Hi, Ben.
Try to be nice.
Oh, yeah, well, everyone knows I'm the meaner twin, so I'll try.
So if you happen to see Eleanor playing later, it's not the same person. They actually are twins.
It was funny because I was talking to some of the ladies when we got in late last night, and they're like, hey, if you have trouble, just ask them to shoot a couple balls, and then you'll figure it out, because you shoot very differently.
You do have different styles,
right?
Yeah. Which is refreshing to see. That
yeah.
Even with so many similarities, you can still play the game so much different.
We're like we're black and white, Em and I, besides just, the physical, we're identical twins, but we're personality, every part of us is total opposite, so.
It's sort of like Bev and Joanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the twins are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Polar
cool,
opposites.
Though. And plus, too, there's like a twin dynamic that only other twins understand, so. But it's if you don't know us, if you haven't known us very long, you kind of think there's like it's like a really bad fight, but then in like 15 minutes, it's resolved. It's very funny.
So do you know Young?
Yeah, she's from our local women's tour,
Okay.
the West Coast Women's Tour. We are actually good friends.
Oh, okay.
So we actually convinced Young to play.
Really?
So we're like, dang it.
That's a bad draw for her
Luck
then.
of the draw. I know, right? But, I'm happy she's here.
She's playing really good too. She's made a couple really nice bank shots and
Mhm.
controlled the cue ball well. She got a little unlucky there.
Yeah, and you know how funny these first matches are usually. You're trying to settle in, not let your opponent get into your head, but we can't help it usually right when we're who wants to get knocked into the one loss first round, it's a ridiculous amount of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure, yeah. And these tables play fairly quick. So
They are.
It will take some adjusting to figure out the speed.
And I think you guys were talking about how tight the pockets were, so all the nerves and the mental stuff you're trying to figure out with tough tables is pretty brutal, but the matches, I think, the matches get better and better, right, as we progress through the tournament.
Yeah, people get more used to the size of the pockets and the speed of the cloth. They are fairly tight in here, though. We were hitting some balls last night, and there were a lot of balls being rattled. But she's in good shape here to take a 4-1 lead. And this is race to 7 on both sides, I believe.
I think so, yes.
And you have a 1 o'clock match?
I do.
Do you know who your opponent is?
I know her name is Laura. I couldn't pronounce her last name, and I've never met her. So, how do you feel about would your first round? Do you want to play someone you don't know, or
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
The best way to settle in is not to have any emotional ties to who you're playing.
That could be a bit of the struggle here for Emmeline.
Yeah.
Might be feeling slightly...
Well, she said she even had a chat with her last night. They're like, I love you, but I'm not going to talk to you, so don't take that personally. She's like, yeah, me too. And she's like, just do your best, and we'll have dinner later or something.
That's awesome. I love you, but I'm going to take your soul tomorrow
For 2
on
hours,
the table.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, I think they're 4 1/4 inch pockets, Philip. Oh,
Bummer.
there you go. There's the tight pockets.
I know. And yeah, she's kind of gesturing. She's still a little, she's not warmed up quite yet. I knew she was struggling in the first couple of racks, so I thought she would have actually found her groove right there.
She looked like she had found a groove.
Right.
Right up until that ball. A good chance for Young here to claw one back. Big difference between 4-1 and 3-2.
Oh, yeah. And 7 seems long, but it's like not long enough, right? It's like right in the middle.
It is still very short.
Yeah.
She overhit that 9 a little. Now she's got a bit of a tester on this 10 ball.
Well, there's that speed you were talking about earlier.
It's very
I'm
quick.
sure she felt like it was a touch, and then it just kept going. Oh.
Well, she's got decently safe here. Emmeline will have to come with a shot. I'm sure she'll be happy
She's
to be
not
at the
a safety
table.
player.
No?
So I'm not surprised if she tries to bank this.
What about cut it in the top left? Do you try to cut
I'm
it?
going to vote bank. But
You're going to vote bank?
yeah.
I like the bank too.
Because
just-
it's still better odds of a long shot at least, right?
The pockets are so tight, that cut is very tough. The side pocket is actually fairly big for the bank shot here.
I'm not a banker. I should work on my banks this year or something.
Definitely a requirement in 9 ball, 10 ball.
Yeah, I know.
You have to be good at banking.
Well, then you just get so accustomed to slicing everything, and you're just like, okay, oh, good leave.
That is a really good shot. Good cue ball, good 10 ball speed. Well done. So what do you do here?
It depends where if the 10's frozen or not.
I think
You're
it's
limited, right, once it's
yeah.
frozen.
I think it's just a hair from frozen, but I don't think it banks in the bottom right.
I don't think so either. She may just try to lay it up on the right, the long rail.
Yeah, leave the
Before
cue
the
ball
side.
on the left and leave the 10 on the right.
Yeah.
Leave the bank again. It's probably the smart play. There is a double kiss safety there as well, but pretty tough to execute from that
Do you
distance.
shoot that with low? A low shot if there
Yeah.
was space?
I think so,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
But she was in tough there. I
Mhm.
mean, this is
Mhm.
not a gimme. This is a tough shot as well, especially under the circumstances.
Well, everything's funny on live stream too.
There
these
is some
two are-
added pressure.
They
Yeah,
weren't grumbling, but they're like, "Oh, great, we're the first match of the day." Like,
great. It's
you know,
okay. I always say the same thing. Oh,
Right.
great. I'm not even warmed up yet.
man.
Well, this could go a long way to build confidence if she can spear this in.
Right?
Well done.
Nice.
Really well done.
Yeah, and I've known Young for not that long, but I don't think she takes breaks. And this
Oh.
is like a perfect time. to
Otherwise,
take
this
one,
would be
right?
the time. Yeah.
Right. I was just thinking that
Yeah, you're absolutely
to stop
correct.
the momentum. But
You almost have to in this spot.
yeah.
And it's not really a move. It's you're slowing down your opponent, but you're also gathering yourself
Yep.
to make the comeback. Otherwise, you just kind of tilt and
Yes.
you quit before it's over. We'll see what she comes with on her break here. She needs a big one.
I know. Speaking of breaks, you know, I don't know if do you own a BK Rush?
No.
My break's not been the best in general. I think I have a decent break, but it could be better, especially 10 ball.
Yeah.
So I picked up a Rush, and it's been sitting at home because I'm like debating on whether I want to go in that direction or not. But I'm also a big advocate of like taking the time to study the rack in general,
Yeah, the rack is
Yeah.
more important than the break. Yeah.
because knowing, kind of understanding it better, I think that's another focus area that I could spend more time on.
Have you tried the thumper yet?
No.
We'll have to let you try that. We got one in the bag.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, again, just identifying areas of improvement with yourself. I could definitely spend more time with the break shot too, and the racks.
Well, that's half the battle in this game is knowing what to work on, so you're halfway there. A lot of people don't understand the areas that they need to work on. They sort of
Or-
just keep
Or
doing the
seeing
same
it,
things.
yeah, or looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of that too. Is like the whole reflective, self-reflection of
Yeah.
like admitting that you're not the perfect player yet.
Exactly. Too many people already think they know everything about the game and wonder why they never get better.
Hit the nail on the head with that. Absolutely.
But you're right, a lot of it is having the mindset to admit to yourself that you need to work on some things. And that's big coming from a player like yourself because you play good.
Thanks, man.
That's definitely something I could work on is a few areas I need to improve that I don't want to admit to myself.
Or, you know, part of it's just like, oh, I know I stink at banks, so I'm just not going to shoot banks.
Yeah,
Or-
and that's
but
a
then
problem
sometimes
too.
that's the critical shot. That's the only option.
And you have to,
And
yeah.
it's a game changer, yeah. So, when you're not behind a laptop screen,
Yeah,
right, for work on your areas of improvement.
exactly.
All right. Nice little, I guess that lined up.
But do you risk rolling this? Probably not.
No, I would shoot it in hopes maybe the 3 would stay on the rail and then, oh, wow.
Oh,
Or
she
strike
hit
it like a champ.
Yeah, she hit it really good.
Gosh. Well, that's the thing with M is like, I take a little bit more time, I know, than her, but if it's doubt or something or talking myself out of it, I don't know what you want to call it, but kind of trusting the decision.
She's fearless.
Yeah, she just trusts it. She knows she's decisive.
That's good.
I'm decisive in life in general, but pool, when you're the balance of being overly cautious, but also not, but also trusting your decision.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's probably one of the toughest aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to have a lot of doubt, especially when you're playing on tough tables like this.
Yep.
That combination that she just shot can easily rattle and just stay in the pocket. So you'd see a lot of players get up and hit that a lot harder, but then they'll never, ever make it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if she can start closing this out. She comes with a good break here. Go up 6-1. There's almost no turning back. The tables do look like they're breaking a little bit tough.
Yeah, I mean, you can totally enlighten me about the 10-ball break, because you're supposed to either play the second ball on the sides,
Yeah,
or
the two
play the
balls on
wing
the
ball
side.
and have it
The
go
four
3
rails, yeah.
4 rails,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I know a little bit of something, but
Yeah, you know what you're talking about. But I think with the template racks, the two balls in the side are mostly what you're
higher probability. Cool.
Yeah, trying to look for.
Good to know.
But a lot of it is the speed that you play it at will depend where
if it
those
comes
balls
high
go.
or low, or yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
But usually in these tournaments, whoever breaks best is
Yeah.
the one
Are
at
you
the
gonna
end.
be in the chair, or you're gonna leave it? You can keep giving your break back to your opponent. I was just talking to someone about that. If you're not getting anything on your breaks and you're dependent on the table being passed to you, you're almost missing out on 50% of your run out
Absolutely.
opportunities. Because it's alternate, right? Breaks. So.
Well, she tried to make the one in the side, missed it, but got pretty safe.
Played two-way.
She'll have to kick off that top rail, I believe. I don't think she could see by the 9 to kick the long rail, so she'll have to use the short rail. Try to cut it in. The problem is, if you make it, where's the cue ball going? How are you getting on the 2?
Right. Even if you hit it at a speed that could go around, there's so many obstacles, especially with the 9 there. So.
This might be one of the situations where I'm not trying to make this ball.
If you're fortunate to hit it square enough, just maybe cluster it with the 3.
With the 3, exactly.
Yeah, just play it slow.
Well, this isn't bad because you force Emmeline to come with some shape on the 2.
Yeah.
Lots of traffic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to thread the needle and try to get it between the 10 and the 8, and then move it towards the right side of the table.
So do you play this with just a hair of inside English and try to go into the 8 ball?
Try to kill it, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, between.
Yeah, sort of between the 10, 8.
Yeah, there you go. But speed. She had the shot.
Oh, this isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
But she can, right, because she's on the right side of the 2 to see it instead of being blocked.
And I think it will go by the 6 ball in this bottom right, and shape on the 3 is fairly natural. The 3 to the 4 will be tough.
Yeah, nice.
Unless she gets angle like this. That's perfect. She needs to go below that 4, though. Tougher to see on the screen which ball is the 4, but it is
It looks like
beside the 5-10 to the right of the 5-10.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah. See, now because of the rail, I don't know if she can. She may jack up a little bit and take the 5 in the side, but once you jack up with a long rail, yeah, she's not jacking.
Yeah, I think she can go forward and play the 5 in the bottom
The
left.
low left, yep. Only I'd play a crazy, stun, jacked up shot on the rail, right?
That was my first thought, too, was stun it and shoot it in the side. A little riskier, but
Yeah.
it looks great when you execute it.
We're pros back here.
Yeah, I
We
never
don't miss
miss from back
shots,
here.
Right? Yes. I think she just got kind of back in line. I mean, I think she looks kind of straight here, but just drawing it back towards the center of the table.
Oh, I think she's starting to warm up a bit.
Yeah.
by the looks of it.
Yep. She looks more comfortable.
Yeah, the shot on the 4 maybe gave her a little confidence too. Well, the shot on the 2 and the 3 and the 4, she made 3 really good shots in a row there.
Well, I mean, got to know her body language a lot, obviously, and even just how she's kind of, how her shoulders are, and her demeanor on the table.
Not so slumped.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Right.
all know that feeling.
Yeah.
I think she still has enough of this 8 ball to cut it in. She kind of laughed because it wasn't exactly where she wanted to be, but with the way she's warmed up, she seems to be potting better. I would expect her to make this. Just have to watch the speed on the cue ball. Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, she came in at the 50-yard line.
So I don't know if you can play this with top and avoid the scratch in the top left. Hard to tell from this angle. If she has to play it with low English, it's not easy to get on the 10.
I think she's gonna go for it, just style-wise. But no, she's cueing low.
Yeah, low left.
I like that shot too. But yeah.
Well, that's another one
that's
that
the
can
way
give
she
you a lot of
started.
confidence when you start potting balls like that with
Mm-hmm.
English. This is not easy, but I would expect her to make it. So is this a shot that you ever think about two-way?
No,
No,
you gotta
you
go
can't,
for
right?
it, right?
Yeah. And as soon as you start thinking two-way, you'll never make the ball.
You missed it.
Yeah.
There's no, yeah.
But I see a lot of players trying to figure out how to get the cue ball back to that rail where,
The overcut. you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
and overcut. But you'll always overcut it when you think that way.
Absolutely right.
Very well done.
Yep.
I'll put her on the hill. Looks like she's figured it out. If you guys were wondering about the thumper I was talking about there a moment ago, the thumper jump break cue.
Yeah, I'm excited to try that. Like I said, I'm being open with my equipment right now, just because I'm kind of plain Jane in that I'll use like an old growth maple shaft, and I've had some of the same cues forever, but there's so much out there now. It'd be a shame not to at least give it a shot.
Yeah, you have to try
So-
everything. And the technology is so great now. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely worth trying. This thumper, the thing that impresses me the most is the way it jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rarely take the third piece off.
Oh,
It jumps really good full cue.
what's the tip construction, the ferrule and tip construction like?
The tip is it's his own concoction of ingredients that he won't
Cool.
tell us what it is.
No, yeah.
But it hits really, really
Awesome.
good.
Thanks for letting me demo it later.
Absolutely. Looks like Melissa won her first match. So I'm going to make a slight prediction here for the finals, because I always do this.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be you and Melissa. That's my prediction right now. Could obviously
I hope
go.
I don't let you down, but
Well, I won't go as far
The
as to
balls
say I
roll
hope
the
you
way
beat
they-
her too.
let's make sure she doesn't play this back later. I've actually known Melissa a while. She's from SoCal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, former WPBA pro. I'm so happy to see her here, actually. I know she's really good friends with Oscar and Desiree. I think
This would be my first time meeting her, but I've heard so much about her game. So it's been really nice to
Yep.
see her play a little bit too.
yeah. I haven't seen her for a while, and the two of us have been so career and family focused. We were catching up a little bit last night. And then, so what expectations do you have, knowing that, right? I think I played an hour on Thursday, or Wednesday night. I think Wednesday night. I had class Thursday night. That's why I was in really late.
Mm-hmm.
I played 3 racks this morning. I mean, so what do you expect out of yourself knowing that that's all you've invested
Well, I
before you
think
came here. So
I think a lot of it is you have to believe in your natural abilities.
that's it, 100%.
I'm glad you
You know,
agree.
it's like cramming for that final. Whatever you know now is what you're gonna know. You can't force yourself to like, um, you know, you can't add anything to your repertoire. You just gotta accept who you are and what you can do, and just hope for the best, right? So.
So do you slow it down a little bit, knowing that you're out of practice?
No, you know what? I tried that, and it was counterintuitive. I
So
actually
do you?
got worse. So I got with it. I focused on the rhythm, my pace.
Okay, so even play a little quicker maybe.
Yeah.
Think a
I
little
feel
less.
better. That's it.
That's where you're relying on your natural
Just
abilities,
feel.
right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's good.
That's totally right.
That's a good piece of advice. Let's see if she can put the finishing touch here. Obviously, I have to root for the Canadian girls, though. You understand, right?
I would slap you if you didn't. I mean, that's hometown favorites, you know.
We have one on the other table, so I'll do a score check over there, and you guys can watch that once Emmeline pots this 10 ball. Ooh, wiped its
Teaser.
feet. Yeah,
Teaser.
just the teaser. Very good.
Yeah. You only see us hug it out like that right after a match like that. No,
That's-
yeah. That's what.
That's like my favorite thing about ladies pool is the sports.
Yeah.
The sportswomanship is like so great. Like you
Yeah.
never see men do that. They just hate each
You wanna
other
play
after the
some?
match. Right? You want to play for 1,000? It happens so
man,
much, right?
I know. It's great.
So I try to make a point to like not be that guy because I
But
see
are
it
you?
so
Are
much.
you?
No, I'm never
Okay.
that guy.
I know. You guys are gentlemen. You guys are.
I
At
try,
least when we're
try to
looking.
be. Yeah, when people are looking at. If nobody's watching,
Yeah.
if no one's watching, I will ask my opponent sometimes if they would like to gamble after.
Yeah. Well, you want to play some later?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. I'll come back on. I love sitting up here with you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for
Um,
sitting in. We
Of
appreciate it.
course. And I'm happy for my friend. This is a good experience anyway. Like I said, it was we were convincing her to play, and it's home. I mean, it was a 90-minute drive here with no traffic. What we're usually going to you guys up in Canada or wherever.
A bit of a longer trip.
So I'm like, it's just drive out, come for a couple days, get the experience, you know.
It really is priceless.
And you love it anyway. So we love to make things hard on ourselves. We love the challenge. So it's the only way to grow. But thanks for having me. I'll be back.
Hopefully we'll get Emmeline doing commentary on your match later.
Oh man. Okay.
Thanks.
Or well, am I going to be here?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm still in to get on the.
Hopefully.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I'll see if I can find a score update on this match as well after Veronique shoots this ball. She actually got second place in a women's Canadian 9-ball last week. She lost to Naomi Williams in the final, but they both played fantastic. It's a really great match to watch. She's been playing really, really good lately. So she could be, but of course, as soon as I open my big mouth, she misses a ball. But I would think she would go deep in this tournament as well. Is Facebook still having issues dropping streams? Brent, I don't think it is. Looks good on my end. Hopefully it's good on your end as well. YouTube is up and running smoothly as always. And I think the score is 4-2 here for Veronique, but I'll know at the end of this game for sure. So hopefully you guys will get to watch Eleanor play a little later too. She had a couple of really good pieces of advice there. If you guys don't practice as much as you would like to. What's up, Alex? Good shot there by Veronique. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't keep happening. Brent, let me know if it does, though. Looks like it happened to James as well. Hopefully they got that figured out. And thank you for sharing, Jamie. Oh, look at that. She just missed the bank. I thought she hit it really good. Oh, we can't wait too, Alex. That'll be a great time. We love it in Grays Lake. That's one of the nicer pool rooms we get to go to all year as well. Well, this is a bit of a tester for Veronique here. It's a bit straight. You gotta watch this cue ball. Ah, very well done. In case you didn't know, this Veronique, she plays real good. And as always, guys, Jacoby Custom Cues. Go check them out online, jacobicustomcues.com. They have all their People's Choice Cue of the Year award winners on there. Some really, really nice stuff. Check them out. And Nick's Cue Innovation. You can also check him out on Facebook. Definitely, if you guys ever go to one of our sponsors or advertisers, make sure you tell them Q Sports Live sent you. That'll go a long way to keeping those advertisers around for next year and the following years. It looks like these ladies are taking a quick break here. And we got Bob Danielson Custom Cues. Guys, go check him out online, bdcuesandcomics.com. All kinds of really nice custom cue designs. He does cue repairs and maintenance. And it's the home of the Sweet Spot 360-degree low deflection shaft, also known as the SS360. You guys may have seen me playing with that in the past few tournaments. I have switched over to the Jacoby Black now, but I do keep the SS360 in my bag. In my opinion, the best hitting wood shaft on the market. The SS360. So these ladies are just taking a quick break. So we got Veronique just hitting a few practice shots, waiting for her opponent to come back from the washroom. And she's up 5-2 in a race to 7. James, next time you see me at a tournament, you can throw it on your cue or try it on my cue by all means. Worth checking out. You got to hit some with it. How does the carbon compare to the wood shaft? Kenneth, it does not compare at all. Really no comparison. In my opinion, the carbon is the future of the game. So I think even if it's hard to adjust, you do have to take the time to adjust and give it a chance, because I am a firm believer that's the future. Ryan wants to know, how long do you feel it takes to adjust when switching playing cues or shafts? That'll be different for everyone, Ryan. I've always been really good at adjusting really fast. I think that's the trait of a really good pool player, is learning how to adjust to different conditions, cues, tips, tables, etc. Usually the player that adjusts the best is the one that comes out on top. So it looks like Veronique's opponent has made it back from the washroom. And you might see Miss Natalie Chabot there as well. Definitely gotta try it, Kenneth. Gotta try it. So it looks like she is back and ready to rack them up. Try to mount this comeback. She picked a great time to take a little break there and try to gather herself to make the comeback here. Very important break shot. Being down 5-2, you do not want to be down 6-2. So she needs to come with a good break here. And for everyone out there tuning in with your sound on, if you could click that share button for us, that would be greatly appreciated. Share it on your page, share it to some pool groups you might be a part of. And I am following along with the chat on the YouTube as well. If you guys are following along there, by all means, send me some comments. Gladly answer any of your questions. So there's what Eleanor and I were talking about, was the ball in the side on the break. The 9 ball went straight in the side. That's the ball you're looking for. So I think she can see just enough of this one to flick it. I'll leave it there. I think she was trying to use the 6, but that is not a bad shot at all. And don't mind me, guys, if the sound goes off here and there. It's just me turning my volume down to talk to somebody else in the room so you don't have to hear my conversations. I think we'll see Veronique play the safe shot here. Possibly send the cue ball behind the 8-10. Oh, she's trying to use the 6 for cover. Not a bad shot. Terry says, took him about a year to get used to Custom McDermott. A year is a little long, but it's different for everyone, Terry, and it does depend on how many hours you play during the week, what kind of time you put in on the tables. Personally, I play probably a minimum of 30 hours a week. So with that amount of time on the table, it doesn't take me too long to get used to different equipment. Yeah, Ryan, definitely the difference in action with the Jacoby Ultra compared to the Predator will take some getting used to. Alex M did win. She won 7-1, which is a pretty good start to her tournament. She'll be happy with that. And I don't think Vero called the bank there, so it'll be her opponent's shot. In 10 ball, you do have to call shot. If you fluke a ball, it is your opponent's option to shoot or to make you shoot again. Obviously, in this situation, she was shooting at that 2. And she's got a bit of a tester on this 4 ball. It's on that right-hand side rail just above the side pocket. Joseph, what's a PFD? A predator something. Oh, really well done. Really, really good shot there. That is a tough ball to pot, and she made it look easy. So she'll want to sort of go zigzag. 2 rails. Ooh, she didn't want to rub the 6. She just wanted to miss the 6 and go back and forth to shoot the 6 in the same pocket. She might have to try to bank this on the top right with a 2-way cue ball here. So I think you play this with low English and you get the cue ball behind the 8-10. And you try to make the bank in the top right. That's what she was attempting, but she got the speed a little bit wrong on the cue ball and on the 6 ball. It was a tricky little shot, though. We'll see if Vero can put a little spin on this. Maybe just a little right-hand spin. Try to get near center table here. Just don't want to overhit it to the point where the juice grabs too much. She hit that perfect. And I think she has just a hair of angle where she can cheat this pocket a bit and go forward. Play the 8 in the bottom left next. That is what she's done, and she's hit it absolutely perfect. Well, looks like she's going to be a force to be reckoned with this week. She had a fantastic last week at the Canadians, played really, really well, so that was a good warm-up. I would imagine she's pretty much in dead stroke leading up to this tournament. So this 10 ball to get herself on the hill. And that'll put her up 6-2. One more win for the match. Go check out jamupapparel.com, guys. All kinds of cool designs, really comfortable clothing, men's, ladies, kids' clothes. Tons of options on there. Go check them out online. Tell them Q Sports Live sent ya. And we got Mike Burton, Home Team, Remax Realty Pros. These guys are the best in the business. If you're looking at buying or selling or getting a mortgage, you can look them up, or if you would like their contact info, you can shoot us a message. We'll get you in contact with them. Looked like maybe a bit of a mishit there on the break from Vero. And I think, yeah, she hit the second ball first. That's why she gave up ball in hand, which is great sportsmanship. She says, I don't know which ball I hit, but it wasn't the one. But great sportsmanship there to admit the foul. So really no more mistakes allowed for share here. She's going to need to come with a big run out here and probably another one on her break. She's eyeing up this 110 combination. Actually don't mind this shot if you're going to play the cue ball two-way. Sort of freeze behind the 7. That or just pump it in, but you got to do one or the other. You can't really do both here. Well, she's put the 5 in a bit of a dicey spot, and the 1 to the 2 is no walk in the park. What's up, Randy? Yeah, you got that right. She played fantastic last week in the final against Naomi. I thought they both played a really good match. It was a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed it. So I believe the next round of matches will be at 1 o'clock, which is in a little over a half an hour's time. We'll have matches at, I believe, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock. And depending on how everything goes, they may do a 7 o'clock match, but I would have to think 5 o'clock will probably be the last match. And they'll bring back, I would imagine, 8 players tomorrow. And we do have a CSL viewer advantage going on. We're just getting the poster made up, guys. But if you're interested in that, you can shoot us a message. We'll give you all the info for that. Send a message to the Q Sports Live Facebook page, or you can shoot us an email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Somebody is going to win a really nice Jacoby Q. As well as some really nice coupons for all kinds of deals on Jam Up, Bob Danielson, all kinds of good stuff on there. So if you're interested on getting in on that, you can shoot us a message. We'll give you all the info. Did they stream it? Randy was sitting right beside her. Yeah, it was actually... It was streamed. And I'm not sure if it'll be on TSN as well, but TSN was there doing a broadcast. I'm not sure if they just did the men's or if they did the ladies 9-ball as well. But I recall watching it on a live stream, so I think maybe it wasn't on TSN. But it should be out there somewhere. If you go to CBSA Facebook page, should be back there in the video somewhere. You can check out the final of the Canadian Ladies 9-ball Championship. Looks like she's going to try the 10-ball again here. She's looking for a rest. Or a rake. Or a bridge. There's many different terms for this utensil you'll see her using now. I think she has to play rail first here. I don't think she can cut it thin enough. Oh, there you go. Great shot. Just missed the scratch too. She was a little worried there. That's going to make it 6-3. This is not over yet. And I was talking about this Jacoby Black that I just switched to a few weeks ago. Hits like an absolute dream. If you guys haven't tried one yet, definitely, if you see me at an event or you see Grant or Ryan at an event, just grab it out of his hands or grab it out of my hands and we'll know what you're doing. But you definitely got to try it. The thing is just amazing. And in my opinion, the future of the game. We'll see what she can come with on the break here. She needs a big one. If she can get this to 6-4, it's going to put quite a bit of pressure on Vero to try to finish it off. Oh, great break. One in the side. Look at this. Is the 210 lining up? Ooh, I think we'll see her take a flyer at this ball. And mostly just because of where the 6 ball and the 8 ball are located. The 8 ball's blocking the 5, the 9 ball's blocking the 6, so there's really no good way to run out here. So I'm thinking this 210 combo is the right shot. I'd be trying to look for a way to possibly play a 2-way as well. You could sort of hit this at a controlled speed where maybe you get the 2 ball behind the 8-3. And she looks fairly dialed in on just playing this 2. She got a little bump on the 3, and she can see enough to play the combination. This will clear the pocket for the 5 later on. And well controlled. Let's see if she can shape up that 4. She needs a good angle on the 4 in order to get a good angle on the 5 to develop the 6. So this will sort of be the key shot here, is where she ends up on the 4. And she's overhit it. She didn't want to be on this angle. This is sending her into the 10 ball, making shape on the 5 much more difficult. Yeah, that was always going to be an issue. Trying to avoid the 10 makes the pot a lot tougher. So a good chance for Vero to maybe try to close this out now. She'll try to get an angle on the 5, or she can do something with the 6, but I believe the 6 will bank into the top left from the proper angle. If not, she can play a few different safeties on that 6. First order of business is pot the 4 and get on the 5. Well, looks like she's gotten away with this. I don't think she's left any of this 4 ball. If she has, it's just a flick of the edge, not enough to cut it in. We'll see if maybe she kicks at this ball. I kind of like the kick and try to stick the cue ball behind the 10, send the 4 towards the 6. That's really not that bad. She's still forcing Vero to come with a shot from the 5 to the 6, but I think the 5 over the side is quite a bit easier now. James, I almost was staying home this trip, but I just couldn't bear to miss this tournament. It's just too much fun. Sacramento is such a nice place, and Hard Times Billiards is one of the nicest pool rooms I've ever been in. I think if I ever own my own pool room, I'm literally going to just mimic how this pool room is built. We'll take a few pictures throughout the weekend, and we'll put them up on the Q Sports Live page so you guys can check it out. Look at this shot. How good did she hit that ball? A little closer to the 6 than she'd like to be, but I don't see it being too much of a problem. I think it's fairly straight in. No, she's going to play the flick the left side, get the cue ball safe behind the 9-10, possibly the 10 here. Yeah, she tried to use the 9, and I think she's left all of the 6. These are gold crowns, Brent. These are gold crowns, beautiful gold crowns. Really nice. They play real tight. I actually think they're a little tighter than 4 1/4. They might be closer to 4 1/8, I believe. They're fairly tight. These tables play nice and quick. Fast table with tight pockets is a pool player's dream. Correct, Michael. Glass California Billiards, a great room as well. But in my opinion, the setup of Hard Times Billiards here in Sacramento is absolutely the best thing. They have a separate room for tournament play only with 8 tables in here and bleachers, 3 rows of bleachers with cushions, nice bleachers, mind you, on one wall. Very well set up for spectating. And nice and quiet, yes, Brunswicks, Brent, indeed. Gold Crown Brunswicks. Kenneth likes to cheat for position. Yeah, who doesn't, Kenneth? Everybody likes regulation pockets, but it's way more fun when your opponent can't slop in the ball either. I definitely prefer tighter tables. Looks like Vero's going to put the swerve on this ball. Try to curl around that 9. Little Massey shot. That's well done. And she's got the best of it. She hasn't sold out here. Really no easy way to pot this ball. I do know some players that would cut this ball in, but it's very thin. Oh, absolutely, Michael Glass. Yeah, Oscar and his wife took over this room 2 months ago, and I'm sure they're going to do really great things. They are going to have a World 10-ball qualifier in mid-July. We'll get the exact dates for that, and we'll make a poster for you guys. But that is one of the first signs of a great pool room owner is when he's running qualifiers to get the players to the bigger tournaments. If you guys have never had the pleasure of watching Oscar play, I highly recommend searching him up on YouTube. You can see he was on the Moscone team a couple years and just one of the best players in the world over the past 10 years or 15 years or so. He's been easily top 20, in my opinion, probably top 3 to 5 in the USA. Ooh, that's a nice table, Joseph. Very nice. So not a bad shot from Vero there, but she has left a potable 6 with fairly natural shape to the 7. Just that little bit of siding, I think. What happened there was she put left siding, which sort of pushed the cue ball to the right, and she hit the 6 too thick to cut it in. And yes, Michael, they are great people too. Really, really good people. Down to earth, humble. And both are actually really good pool players. So, like I said, go check out Oscar, some of the YouTube matches and stuff, and you'll see why he's one of the best players in the world. If you were to teach someone how to play, that is exactly how you would teach them. Just mimic Oscar's style. He just does everything perfect. Looks like, again, that left siding got the better of her. But tough shot for Vero again. Looks like she's eyeing up a safe here. Possibly bank that ball up near the 9. Yeah, she's just trying to leave it on the short rail up near the chalk there and leave it nice and long. Yeah, Ryan, we got all kinds of our own pool terminology up in Canada. I think the rake being maybe one of the most obvious ones. Kevin, we are still waiting to hear back about Grays Lake. We did put in the quote. We should find out fairly soon. And then we'll update the website. And yes, Caitlin, time to put the 6 in a different home. Didn't like that home. But it is going in a different pocket now. There's no missing that ball. Oh, great chance for Vero to close it out here. Just roll this 7 in. Possibly play the 9 in the top left in the same pocket she just played the 6. Nice little stun follow shot there. And she'll play just a bit of a draw shot here to play the 10 in the right side pocket. Brent got booted again. Well, if you guys are having trouble with the Facebook, head on over to the YouTube channel. It's running pretty seamless over there, it would seem. Great match by those ladies there. That's a 7-3 win for Vero to start off her tournament. And with that, I will flash up a couple more quick ads. We got JB cases, guys. Contact us for details on how to order yourself one of those. Protection your cue deserves, design you desire. And of course the Thumper jump break cue. Jumps like an IQ, breaks like a BK rush. And in my opinion, breaks quite a bit better than a BK rush and jumps better than the IQ. If you're interested in getting your hands on one of those, you can message the Q Sports Live page. We can order you one. So with that, guys, I think we'll do a quick shutdown and restart, and we will be back in about 20 minutes with the next set of matches. So if you haven't already, go to the Q Sports Live Facebook page, click the like button. That way you get notified every time we go live. And if you haven't already, if you guys could all go to our YouTube channel and click the subscribe button, that would be greatly appreciated too. So thank you all for tuning in. From everyone at the Q Sports Live crew, we appreciate you guys viewing. We will catch you all in about 20 minutes time.